Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show at night. Very exciting to see you again. And without further ado, here is your host and star, Josh Beckett. Well, you can't tell by the way he used his walk. He's a woman man, no time to talk. Josh is alive, he's staying alive. That's Josh is there, staying alive. Josh, staying alive, staying alive. Josh, staying alive. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show at night. We have been on a brief hiatus, but we are back. Once again, everybody, a lovely introduction from my co-host, Biron. Biron, how have you been?
Well, I think first order of business is to let the fans know that neither one of us were sick. Just taking a little time off to prepare. You know, it's good to come back with a kind of an agenda. I think the shows are only going to get better as we move forward, and they've been really good so far. So that's setting the bar pretty high.
Yeah, there's been a lot of planning and a lot of stuff going on in the works here.
Research.
The show continues to skyrocket in popularity. As a matter of fact, recently, our good friends over at the New York Times,
yes,
put out a whole thing about how great the show is. They knew that we were into the coffee mug thing, so they sent me this mug. Shout out to the New York Times. Thank you very much.
You know, there's some that argue that if you read the New York Times from cover to cover every day, it's as good as a college education.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah. and that's why I tell people I went to college in New York.
I actually did.
Oh, look at you. This is art school, okay, everybody. Calm down.
Doesn't count.
But yeah, no, we are back. We are here. We have a very exciting show today. We in the midst of all of our research and everything we've been doing, we've looked at the numbers, we've listened to your feedback, and we realized that we're on pace and on a path to go, to great heights here. But what we really needed through a lot of writing meetings was we realized we need that one big viral moment.
Yeah, I'm not 100% in love with that word right now, seeing as what's going on with the virus, but I get yes, we needed a boost, right? Something to really, a turbo.
We've gained a lot of popularity on a local basis, and we really need to, gain the attention of the national public.
Sure. Elevate our exposure, so to speak.
Absolutely. And while everybody's, kept inside and having to, be limited in what they can do, I feel like this is the perfect time for those tuning in. Later on in the show, we do have viral Tumblr sensation. Our good friend Mike Merrit will be joining us later.
It'll be very nice to see him. It's been a while.
It has. He's the creator and artiste and mind behind the PokemonxNicCage Nic Cage account. It's been featured on various television shows, apparently.
And Comedy Central.
So we will talk to him later. But yeah, so what we're here to do is let's make a dance, Biron.
Let's make a dance. Oh God, this is great.
And do like a shimmy into Bernie into into
horsey. Maybe some real flamboyant
Okay, into some big arms. So we're gonna start with
shimmy
into
leaning back
into
horsey dance.
There's gonna be a good
little gallop going on with the horsey dance. Pitter patter.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Dude, this might be good.
I think this is the one. I feel like maybe big arms into kind of like
a sway thing.
And then we need a big number to close it. How about
a spin and a ta-da? Should we give a spin? Spinning ta-da.
1, 2, 3.
3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's a hit right there, to be honest.
That actually might work. Now we just got to find a track. What's the best track?
How about
Oh, fuck yeah, Bowie. I need a haircut.
this for a challenge thing? So then we kind of just strut on here, and then
Yeah.
Let's dance.
Let's do it. We're gonna do this in like less than 7.5 minutes, and there's people that spend days on theirs.
Yeah, what a bunch of idiots.
Exactly.
Well, you're gonna be seeing all over TikTok soon. Yeah,
I need a fucking haircut.
Let's see. Here we go. All right. I don't know how this dumb thing works. Okay, we'll just do this. So now we have to come up with a great hashtag. Hashtag the show at night with Josh dance challenge.
The Let's Dance challenge. There you are, looking good.
But I think we're on our way towards big things. I can see our name in lights.
I don't know what my name is.
All right, well, let's just get right to it. Let's not waste any more time. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You love him. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Merrit.
Hello, Mike. Good to see you, my friend.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a while. The world is a crazy place right now, keeping us all separated.
Very wild out there. Mike is a good friend of the show and the people on the show, and we're very happy to have him on here. Mike,
we've had some good times together. I remember a few Wednesday nights we enjoyed ourselves.
But yeah, so for those of you who may not know, Mike Merrit, a friend of mine, he is the creator of what has become a very popular Tumblr account.
Very popular.
By the name of Pokemon Nic Cage. Pokemon Nic Cage or Pokemon Nicolas Cage?
Pokemon X Nic Cage.
Yeah.
X just means it's cross, Pokemon cross Nic Cage.
Right. It's just it's very entertaining. It's essentially all your favorite Pokemon characters, but if they were spawned by Nic Cage himself with his
the myth, the legend.
He's
You know, I was watching Con Air recently, just the other day, and I've seen it many times. His accent in that movie is very unbelievable. It's very unbelievable.
And is that in a good way, or like you don't believe?
No, it's just I'm not buying it like that, But I think he's one of those guys that, in spite of his limited acting ability, he's been in some fantastic movies, and they're always enjoyable films for me, at least.
He's an Academy Award-winning actor, so yeah.
That's even more unbelievable.
You'd think so.
For which film was that? The one with Cher?
I don't know what it was for. I saw his face on some other cartoon, and I was like, I can do that, and there you go. That's how you go viral, folks. Just steal other people's ideas and tweak it a bit.
Yeah, how do you go viral? We want to know.
Yeah,
I don't think the way you go viral is not trying to go viral. You just got to let it happen. It just has to come naturally. If you try to go viral, you're probably going to fail.
Well, it
Okay.
does make sense. There are a lot of people out there that say we're trying too hard, and maybe that's what's kept us back. Although there is a buzz going around, but we don't have near the attention and the fan recognition as the Pokemon X Nic Cage site has. Mike, go ahead and give us a look into how it all began. The birth of Pokemon by Nic Cage, please.
Basically, I was at work when I was working a security job overnights. I was bored, just going through my phone. I had an old Galaxy Note, which is those big phones with a stylus with it. So I saw this random picture of Nic Cage's face on some cartoon version of Thor, I think. And then I was just like, let me draw Nic Cage's face on something. So I just drew Nic Cage's face, and then I just started thinking, what can I put this on? So I eventually came to Pokemon. So I was just like, let me just do the very first Pokemon in their numerical order when they're released or whatever. So I drew it on Pokemon, and I was like, this is stupid. So I said to my friend, I was like, does this look like Nic Cage? And all he said was, LOL, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll post it. I put it on my Tumblr because I was just drawing stuff on there. And then I think it was just the next week is when I got like all these follows and likes and everything. I was like, okay, maybe I'll draw the next one. And then I started drawing a couple, and next thing I knew, somebody shared something. It's like, so yeah, I can't remember what was the first online blog site or whatever, like BuzzFeed or Cracked or one of those sites just shared it like, this guy is drawing Nic Cage's face on Pokemon. Oh my god, look how interesting and different this is. This is 2013, and it just started happening like that. Friends just kept saying, my friends from high school, my friends from out of town, or my friends in other countries have been sharing this stuff. And I was like, cool. I really just didn't care. I was like, that's cool. But then once all of the websites and things started making articles about the stuff, I was just like, I guess I'm stuck doing this now. And I was like, it'll lose steam eventually, but nope. It's 2020 now, and I'm still doing it. It's not getting articles and stuff anymore. But then my thing is as long as one person wants me to keep doing it, I'm gonna keep doing it. I can't. It's not in my nature to let somebody down, even if it is just one person saying, when are you gonna put Nic Cage's face on Dumbassasaur or whatever? I'm sorry, can I say Dumbassasaur
Please.
on
Yeah,
the show at night?
Yeah.
So over all the time that you've been doing the Nic Cage Pokemon thing, how many Pokemons are you up to now that have been caged?
Let me go to the old Pokédex, is what they call it. The last one I drew was number 619.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me get to Google. See how many Pokemon there are. I don't even know.
Yeah, I have no frame of reference here. I never got into the Pokemon scene, so but I do find the pictures entertaining because I just think it's I do think it's fun to see Nic Cage's face on various bodies.
Yeah, there are 896 of them. So.
Oh, so you're like 2/3 of the way there, basically.
Yeah, but if I just did one every week since I started, I'd be done. But I was doing them every day, then eventually got to every week, then every month, and now it's like once every 3-4 months. So
Well, yeah.
just milk it as long as I can. You hear that, internet?
Right, yeah.
I'm using you. I'm exploiting you guys.
if you burn through all the Pokemon, then what else is
And
there?
what do you have? You gotta keep some powder dry, as they say, right? You know what I mean? Can't blow it up all at once.
Yeah, you gotta. There's always, as long as you do it gradually, there's always fresh material. We just need those Pokemons to keep evolving as well.
And people are always asking me, just can you draw Nic Cage's face on this thing and that thing? I'm just like, no, no.
Well, you're
People,
pure to your craft.
Right.
yeah, man, I'm dedicated to Pokemon and Pokemon only. Oh my gosh,
Well, it also sounds like you're
gotta
dedicated
cage them all.
to your fan base. You seem to have a real commitment to them as far as long as I think your words, as long as someone wants it, you're going to continue to produce.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is the people that follow me on Tumblr and all the other Facebook and whatever else I have. I don't even remember what I set up, but they're the ones asking me to draw Nic Cage's face and other things. So I started a second thing where it's Nic Cage X everything, I think is what it's called. Everything cross Nic Cage, but I barely do anything with that. So I think the last one I did with that was you remember, who was it, that viral mugshot of the guy with the thick neck or whatever?
Yeah.
I think I drew Nic Cage's face on that guy. That was the last thing I did.
That's a good one. That was a
That's another thing that keeps the what do they say, that keeps my my internet clout going, is whenever something goes viral, I just like, how about I draw Nic Cage's face on this thing that just went viral, and then people will see it and be like, hey, I remember that Nic Cage guy. Because even Nic Cage's face on things is an old internet meme, and I just made my thing with the Pokemon, but Nic Cage's face has been viral forever.
Did you do Nick on Greta Thunberg?
No, I didn't. I usually don't. I usually stay away from that political stuff. Because other people do that stuff. They're like, "Hey, guys, look at this thing, Nic Cage's face on Trump or whatever." But a lot of the other Nic Cage stuff, people do that in Photoshop, where they just take his actual face and everything. But all the stuff that I did was hand drawn. So that's what separates me from all the other memers out there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a real artist.
I'm a unique and beautiful snowflake, everybody.
Fans of the show will remember that K. Travolta, aka
Sammy Davis Jr.
Jerry Lewis Jr.
Oh, right.
Sammy Davis Jr. is already a person.
I forgot.
AKA, if he's ever back on the show again, Kaufman, in homage to Andy Kaufman. Big Nick.
Oh, you froze up.
Huh?
You froze up for a second.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. So he's a big Nic Cage fan. We had him on here. He did a monologue. Well, he read part of a monologue that Nic Cage did. Yeah, maybe in the future we'll need to get a Nic Cage on K. Travolta picture, or maybe Keatron on Nic Cage.
Sure.
I
to go with that.
And then T-shirts will come soon after that.
I drew Nic Cage's face on Danny Zuko, so that's close.
There you go, from Greece.
Yeah.
That's who that is, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
only out there on,
like, style of Nic Cage? Do you do a younger Cage? What's the hairdo? I mean, do you mix it up, or is it the same drawing every time? Because I must admit, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with your full catalog.
I have templates of his face.
Anything you can share with us?
I don't know. So just like, I got pictures saved on my phone of just the faces that I've done already. So these are the faces that I use. So yeah, there's young ones, there's old ones. Con Air one right there. You see.
Great.
Yeah, there's the con. Yeah, oh, that's good.
We'll go full.
So this is I would draw the Pokemon, or actually I draw Nic Cage's face first, and then I draw the Pokemon around it. And yeah, for some of them are really easy to do, but then there are some Pokemon that are just detailed out of like crazy detail and takes forever. So that's when I stopped doing them every day. I already sit at my computer or play video games all the time, so I'm already staring at a screen a lot. But when I'm like drawing every little detail, it's just boring.
Tedious work.
Yeah.
Work.
No,
sure.
yeah, I wasn't aware that they were all 100% originally drawn. I thought there was just I thought it was just a great idea where you took a Pokemon character and threw on the face. But yeah, I can understand.
And I do it digitally. I do it on old Galaxy Note, so it's easier than drawing on like pencil and paper and all that. But
right.
I have a little advantage because I can zoom in and do the details, but
yeah,
it still takes forever.
Well, I can imagine. Well, hey, I mean, you got around 300 left, so I'd say take your time and slow roll those out. We'll do an update, look back in 2030, see if we've gone through the whole.
Well, yeah, by 2030, Nintendo or whoever will have released 10 more Pokemon games, so there'll be 1,000 more Pokemon. So
absolutely, yeah. I mean, you got to catch them all.
I know, man. I've been playing since it first came over here in America in 95, 96 or whatever. So I've been playing since then.
Gosh,
I keep up with it just because I'm an OG Pokemon master.
There you go.
I don't know much about Pokemon.
So what's the fan base like? Like what are the numbers? Like how many followers of the page are there? Or is that something that's measured, or do you just kind of like see how many people like it or whatever?
Because I just based it on the what's out there. So how many the comments on all the old articles, or how the amount of people that share it and everything, because not everybody's gonna have a Tumblr. Probably like 0.001% of the world has a Tumblr or whatever. Like I have almost 13,000 followers on Tumblr, but then
wow.
I
think
have
that's everybody on Tumblr.
Probably, who knows? But yeah, it's just so I don't use the Tumblr URL. It's hosted by Tumblr basically, but I use PokemonxNicCage.com. So it's really, even though it's Tumblr based, the webpage and everything is just its own URL. It's easier for people.
Own like the rights? Do you have copyright or trademark rights to the images themselves?
No, I don't care about that kind of stuff. It's like I don't think that what I did was original, because I don't own Nic Cage's likeness. I don't own the likeness of the Pokemon. So people are just like, oh, you should make T-shirts. Oh, you should draw it and sell prints and everything. Like, no, it's like if I ever come up with something original, it's like this is my original character. This is my original idea. Yeah, I'll want to make money off of that stuff, but I'm not going to try to get anything from this. Even there are people that actually do hand paintings of my pictures and sell it on Etsy and all that kind of stuff. And people are still, they always send me messages and stuff saying, hey, this guy is ripping you off. This girl is ripping you off on Etsy. She's selling your stuff. So I look at it, it's just like she's taking the time to hand paint it with a brush and actual paint and everything, and that's probably taking hours. So I'm just like, you do what you got to do. It's like I'm fine with my job to where I don't need that extra income really. So when somebody is like an actual artist and they're drawing my pictures, but they're using actual talent,
Well, it's very gracious of you to just let these people use their work to. And
then if they blow up, well, based off of the stuff that I've done, and then they get sued by Nic Cage or Pokemon, hey, not my problem.
Right. Yeah.
Those are two forces you wouldn't want coming at you at once.
You've told me a few times of like people get very into your work, and you've told me about these pictures that you've been sent by people who actually will like put imagery of that you've made like on their bodies, like whether it be a
Yeah,
tattoo or a body paint. Like what are your experiences with that?
because there was one guy that was like, "Yo, is it cool if I get one of your pictures tattooed on my leg?" I said, "Dude, it's your body. You do whatever you want, man. Go for it." Some guy in the UK.
Ask for
then-
your permission, huh?
Yeah, I just like, dude, if you want to get a tattoo, and it was a teddy bear Pokemon with Nic Cage's face. So he has this teddy bear on his leg that has Nic Cage's face on it. So it's just like, good for you. And then there's some like performance art girl that her artist friend draws on her body, and then she just does performance art or something. So she sent something of when her friend drew Nic Cage Pokemon on her. I was just like, crazy. Whoa, like people are watching you do your thing, but you have this dumb Nic Cage face on you right now. So.
Yeah, that's one of the weird things about stuff that goes viral on the internet. Like there's the people that just watch it a handful of times and they're just like, oh, this is funny or interesting, whatever they decide. And then there's the people that go way over the top, and all of a sudden you see like whatever is the hot new thing online for the last 2 weeks, all of a sudden there's tattoos of it. Like, you know, I assume the Tiger King tattoos are coming if they haven't already been
100%.
out.
Still haven't watched it.
It's awful, but you can't turn it off. It's awful, but
it's worth watching at least one, just for a frame of reference of the people on the show. You really don't need to watch the whole thing unless you want to.
I mean, I'm pretty sure just based off of all the memes and everybody talking about it, I know everything about the show anyway.
Probably a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
So with because I mean, as popular as it sounds like it is, why not? Are you staying loyal for any particular reason to the Tumblr brand, or why not have like an exclusive Instagram account or a Twitter account or something like that, where I feel like the eyes would be more more out there.
When I first started going viral or whatever, I had an Instagram account, I had a Twitter account, I had a YouTube channel of drawing the pictures and all this stuff, but that's too much to keep up with, man. So if I try to switch over to something else, it's like, I guess I got to start from the beginning and start uploading them. I'm not about to open another Instagram because Instagram's bigger than it was then. And same thing with Twitter. Like, do I really want to make 619 posts right now? I could, but
the thing is, with the you've got the Tumblr thing that's already set, and you've got all those just in the bag. I mean, you could kind of do the same thing you're doing with that on an Instagram account, where you throw one up a week or two a week, and then you can you got a long time to catch up, and then maybe a couple bucks start rolling in, because you can do an ad where you can have like Nic Cage Bulbasaur, and he's also like holding a bag of Doritos.
I'm proud of you with the Bulbasaur. You nailed it.
Thank you.
Very, very first Pokemon. That's the first Pokemon in the National Pokemon Dex, #1 on the registry, if you will. That was the very first one I drew. It was the first one to go viral, as you say.
Well, there you go. I was even
sorry if anybody out there actually talks like that.
Oh, there are plenty of them to do, I'm sure.
And they all follow you on Tumblr.
Those are your fans.
I got a lot of interesting fans.
Well,
have you ever met any of your fans in person? Have they ever come and introduced them, like knocked at your door?
No, like me is not associated with it, really. People really don't know. They just know the PokemonxNicCage site and everything.
Do they know your name?
I'm sure you can look it up.
I mean,
'Cause
are you? Do you go under like a pseudonym or something, or are you who
I
you
don't. I
are?
don't. No, I just say I just post a picture, and then every once in a while I say, "Hey guys, sorry I haven't posted in a while." Blah 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 blah. I don't say, "Hey, it's me, Michael Merrit Jr. in St. Louis, Missouri." I don't do.
Probably smart, actually.
Now the world knows, so I'm sure they'll be starting to show.
Yeah.
But no, like
You've been outed.
my online persona, my bleeper wagon. I'm sure people who know me know that I go by bleeper wagon and all that stuff. That's associated with Pokemon X Nic Cage. But if people really want to, because I have gotten messages in Facebook Messenger from people that are just like, "Yo, man, I'm a big fan. I just wanted to tell you in for real." I'm like, you can just message my Nic Cage page on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, please do not actually talk to me.
No, I've met some. There's at the karaoke bar. There's been times where our mutual friend Eric goes up to people and I was like, this guy, he's famous on the internet, and just like, bruh, you don't have to do that. And then there was one time where they were like, "Oh, really? What for?" And they're like, "This guy, you ever heard of PokemonxNicCage?" And there was one guy who was like, "Holy shit, I follow that. I follow that site. I've been following it since 2013. Blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, this is the guy that does it." And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm such a big fan." And I'm like, "Really?"
So you have met some of your fans.
Yeah. Our buddy Ray was that guy that was like that Eric told that I started that. And he was like, "Oh my god, I love that. I love Pokemon."
Yeah. Well, that's how you do it, folks. That's how you go viral. You just kind of do something, and the right people look at it, and
it happens organically.
I
like what he said initially, that he didn't really strive for the celebrity status. It just kind of evolved into that. That was brilliant.
Right.
Oh yeah, celebrity for sure.
That's
we only deal with celebrities on this show,
Yeah,
so you're a celebrity.
I'm a real Z-lister, everybody. Get at me.
Hey, to be honest, I think
I'm at Bleeper Wagon on all of your favorite social media platforms.
I was gonna say, yeah, follow him, Bleeper Wagon at the Instagram. Are you on Twitter?
Bleeper Wagon at Bleeper Wagon on Twitter. I never tweet much. Whenever I tweet, I was just like, I think of something. I'm like, I think I'm funny today. Let me see if I get somebody to laugh at me. And it's always my same friend is just like, ha. He's just like, I get it. It's funny.
Well, yeah, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, go follow him at Bleeper Wagon on all social media platforms. Pokemon X Nic Cage NICCAGE on Tumblr. More to come as long as they're making Pokemons. He's making Pokemons with Nic Cage, and yeah, we'll have to follow some of the advice. But Biron, we must stop trying hard.
I think we're already there.
Well, yeah, I was under the impression that we weren't trying very hard at all, but I guess we're trying too hard, even with what we're doing. So we're just gonna have to take it.
So what you're saying is less effort,
less trying.
Okay.
Well, here, a suggestion: you could make a different YouTube channel and post the video there, and then if that goes viral, then all of a sudden you're like, "Hey, did you know that this video was created by The Show at Night with Joshua Beckes?"
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
we've got a lot of different.
I'll tell you one of my secrets of how I got more of a following. Okay. So.
Oh, he did try.
Oh yeah, so there was some
cat's out of the bag, everybody.
Yeah, there's some inconsistencies in your story, sir.
Like,
we've really uncovered a lot of truth here in this interview. Started out with I didn't even try, and now all of a sudden you're trying.
Yeah, I was doing the security job, and then that's when I was really drawing all the pictures and everything. Then I got the job, the company I was doing security for, they wanted to bring me on to do the IT stuff, some IT stuff with them. So I was just like, I'm not going to have as much free time anymore. So I deleted my blog, the Tumblr and everything. And I was just like, okay, I don't need to do this anymore. This is stupid. I don't want to do this. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm sure people will be missing it and everything. So I made I made a new Tumblr, but it was a blog dedicated to the memory of Pokemon X Nic Cage, and I was running it as if I were a fan that made this dedication blog, but it was just me.
Actually,
And then people started following that, but then all of a sudden, this stupid dedication blog was on at midnight, that Chris Hardwick show on Comedy Central that was around. That dedication blog was on that show. I was like, oh my god, what do I do now? So then after that, I got rid of the dedication blog, and then I came back as myself, saying, well, shout out to Chris Hardwick and Comedy Central for making me aware that people still like this stuff. So I guess I'm back. And now I got 380 more Pokemon to draw, or whatever.
Man,
One day at a time. That's it. Just take it easy.
1 month at a time. 1 month at a time.
300 months is a long time.
Hey man, I got a job security.
I was gonna say
zero monetization, but whatever.
All right, well, Mike, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, man.
Nice to see you, Mike. I miss our fellowship.
Yes.
Over there in Brentwood.
The camaraderie is lacking here in Hazelwood.
It was really nice to see our good friend Mike. Haven't seen him in a while.
That was great.
Yeah.
I have not seen him since we were not allowed to see people, and it was very interesting to see him.
Well, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for having me again, sir.
Biron, thank you for being available regularly. And
if I'm anything, I'm available.
That's true. On the next episode, we're gonna make Biron a Tinder profile and get him in romance during quarantine.
Yeah, I have one of those. It hasn't been terribly successful.
Well, let me get my hands on it. I'm telling you, it's gonna
be. Goody! I can't wait till you polish that up for me, boy.
Oh, trust me, you're gonna get burned sooner or later off that Tinder.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you and enjoy doing this for you. And until next time, Biron, have a lovely
Thank you.
Everyone at home, like I said, if you see the TikTok, go and do your own version of the dance. Tag us in it. Tag the show at night on TikTok. Thank you once again for watching. We will be back with a little bit more regularity. It's been the world's a crazy place, but we're doing the best we can. So once again, for my co-host Biron, for Mike Merrit stopping in tonight, for all you at home, thank you for tuning in. And as we always say here, bye.